Concept art strikes again. Hello everyone, MMC Fan here, and welcome to my first in what is set to be a long series of Marvel Movie Collection reviews here on YouTube. These are going to include new releases, the entire back catalogue if I have time, and custom products as well, and I'm really excited to get going. If there is a figurine that you really want to see a review of now, please do pop it down in the comments below. Obviously there's been over 120 so far. I'm going to pick my favourites to kick us off and the most popular ones, but do let me know if there's one that you would like to see. And kicking us off is one of the most exciting recent additions, which is Iron Man Mark 85. So first up, here are your stats. The character is Iron Man Mark 85, taken from Avengers Endgame. In the original release, it was issue 116, and the release date was the 12th of November 2020. The scale is 1/16, it's 13.5 centimeters high, and weighs 105 grams. The RRP for this one when it first came out was $14.99, and that includes a 16-page magazine as well. And in terms of availability, at time of recording, the Eaglemoss webshop, it is in stock. At Forbidden Planet, it's also in stock. It's not been released in HMV, and it's often available on eBay. So at the moment, I'm saying this is a common figure, but once the initial stock dries up, this one is going to become very sought after. So if you like what you see in this review, I would grab it now. And this is the release pattern for the figure outside of the UK and in various other ways that you can collect them. I'm not going to talk through this in detail, but if you want to see which issue number it is and when it's coming in your territory, just give the video a pause and have a look. Again, all information is correct as I'm filming this, but I am UK based, so I'm going to be relying on my worldwide followers just to let me know if anything I post here isn't quite what is happening. Though I've done my best, I've done a lot of research, I've been to a lot of web shops, and I think this is all accurate. So here is the figure on the turntable, and I mean, it goes without saying, this one is awesome. There is one thing wrong with this figure. And I'm going to do that first so that I can just talk about how great it is afterwards. But it's the fact that it's based on concept art and not based on a scene from the film. At no point did Tony wield the stones whilst having his helmet on and whilst standing up. Like, I think that's everyone knows that. This is because these figures are designed way in advance, and Hero Collector have literally taken this piece of concept art and made it into a figure. It's a real shame. I'd have been happy to wait a further 10, maybe 15 issues if it meant that we got the accuracy, but sadly that's not what they've done. They could still bring us an accurate Tony snapping with the likeness and him on his knees in the future, perhaps as a landmark issue if we get to issue 200 or something, but that's not what they've done here. If you put that to one side though, if you take this as an awesome piece of concept art in figurine form, it's incredible. It's actually one of my favorites. The pose looks so cool. I like the stones. They're clearly on display. He's got the outreached hand, the way he's, slightly to the side. The paintwork is superb. I mean, we've had many different Iron Man figures, and the best ones are always the ones that have this nice gloss finish rather than the matte one that they use for Civil War. They keep pumping out that kind of maroon Civil War figure, and I'm really not sure why, because these shiny ones are so much nicer. This one takes the shiny red from the Infinity War Mark 50 and the shiny gold from the Iron Man 3 issue 100, and it blends perfectly. Plus, this one also has battle damage and weathering all over, which is something we haven't really seen much. We had it with the Iron Man 3 suit, but other than that, we have not had that much from Hero Collector, so it's awesome to see here. And for that reason, it's my favourite Iron Man in the collection to date. The height is superb for the money. The detail on the sculpt is great, and the paintwork, particularly on the back and around the stones and things, it's of a much higher quality than some of the previous armors that we've seen. I've seen several of this particular one in hand, and I've yet to see a bad one. Some are slightly more weathered than others, but other than that, it's a really consistent release. And here's a quick look at him alongside some previous Iron Man figures, so you can see what I mean about the colours transferring over, and it's also the best pose of the bunch too. And here he is alongside Cap and Thor from Endgame, and the three work so well together. Cap could have done with an extra centimetre of height maybe, but other than that, I mean, this is the strongest the main trio have ever looked in the collection, and I'm really, really excited to have added them to the lineup. So overall, the character choice and design, 3 out of 5. It's not from the film, which is a shame, but likeness and sculpt, 5 out of 5. It looks awesome. It looks like Iron Man. Scale, 5 out of 5. Really nice height compared with the other ones. Paintwork, 5 out of 5. There is nothing I would change about it. I think it's really, really good. And overall look, it's got to be a 5 out of 5 because it is one of the most awesome looking figures in the entire collection. And I thought it'd be fun to rank a top 10 of figures as I review them. This one will remain near the top always, I imagine, but for now, by default, it's number 1. It's the best one I have reviewed. As always, thanks for watching. You can get all the latest Marvel movie collection news by following me on Instagram, Facebook, subscribing right here on YouTube, and joining the discussion in the Facebook group. Be sure to get those Spidey senses ready for my next review. Keep on collecting.